Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Cruffle from CZT Sandy Hunter. Okay, this is a neat one. It will be one of the quickies that I have done. All right. Starts off with an orb, whatever size you want. I'm going to try to draw I'll call that a medium-sized one on here. Okay, then an S wherever you want. But we're going to use the take off and land concept. And sometimes, let's see, if I do, let's see, well, it might, okay, we'll try it this way. All right, the take off and land, if you don't know what that is I'm going to trace a little bit over from this line, tracing over it, and then coming out into my S, and then when I finish, I will trace again. All right, so let's do that. Sometimes I was looking at this to see if I could incorporate it. I tell you, when I do my orb, sometimes I get this little tag. If usually means I've done it too fast. All right, but we will not worry about it. So I'm going to take off like that, and then landing, and just tracing a little bit. It just adds, I think it adds continuity versus just, drawing an S. Okay, then pick a side to start. Let me darken this. This pen is, there we go. All right, if I hit a certain angle, it seems to want to be spotty. Next step is just auraing. And if you don't know what an aura is, it's essentially, let me move this, like outlining. So, but I'm going to start in the corner here and bring it out. And then, I kind of pick a distance away that I like, and then I'm just bringing it right back into that point. And these, so here's like kind of merging out of, and we're tracing over a little bit, which is neat because it creates sort of an automatic built-in shading with the pen. And then what you do is as many times as you want, or as many times as will fit, and as many times as you want to go, you can do it. Then flipping your paper or your tile, same thing. And what's nice about this is that, it doesn't matter what, what your orb looks like. That's why we call them orbs, if you didn't know that. The way I explain it is a circle is just too much pressure. And so we call them orbs. And then two, and depending on your S shape, it just needs to be a curved line in there. So if it's not exactly, it doesn't have to be exactly anything. However it ends up is just fine. And then that's what we have right there. And as you can see, there's this darkening naturally because of the pen lines converging in those places right there. Okay, and actually I'm looking at, let's see, I can put one more in here. We'll make that maybe match a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So for shading on this, well, here's one thing you can do is you could, if you want to, and we'll just do it a little bit on this one, we can accentuate with the graphite where that natural shading is. So if you want to make it a little bit, bolder, spread it out a little bit, like that. The only thing that, because it's neat with the pen. Oh, that looks nice. But if you want to add a little more, that's one way you can go. Another thing you could do is if you wanted to accentuate the yin-yang kind of look with this, is I put graphite around the S shape, and then decided which side I wanted to do, and then just brought it in with the graphite. But I see, you could also just fill it in with the graphite. One thing I noticed when I'm shading something that has auras, it's almost like you have to work to go partway in between, like over a line, because otherwise, as you can kind of see, it just looks like, oh, I've just filled in those lines. So that's one challenge that I find with doing that. But like I said, you could just color it all in, and just that way you kind of do have a little yin yang going on. The other neat thing about this is that you could also use it as a fill-in. So this one I did several. Also, I didn't mention, if you only want to use, just do the aura-ing on half. That's kind of fun also. And this one I filled in the rest of the space with tipple, and then did some shading on the outside of the cruffles, so that way, I mean, you could see how those just pop off the page like that. I didn't do any shading inside them at all. So just a neat look. If you want some other ideas on how you could use it, make sure to check the description section for the step outs. And in the one that's after where I say for more inspiration, that's where I always put information from the creator of the Tangle. So that way you can take a look at their step out, at whatever samples they might have, if it's on their blog page or on Tangle Patterns, wherever it is. I try to put those links on there because I think it's neat to see from them, and then you get some extra ideas on how you could use it. And I know that there are some on there. So these are just a few, but I wanted to make sure to just kind of do a quickie on this one because it is kind of neat, and yeah, and lots and lots of uses. So if you enjoyed the video, would love to have a thumbs up or a like. Feel free to share it. And if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you as a subscriber to the channel. Of course, that's free. If you are also interested in some live Zentangle sessions, I do offer weekly sessions. A lot of them are free. I do have some that are paid, so check out my website. That link is also in the description. And on our Facebook page, I'm on Pinterest and Instagram and all of that. So would love to have you connect. And if you're interested in doing more in connecting with other tanglers, we would love to have you. We have a nice fun community, and always looking for more people. You can't have too many friends that like to tangle. So with that, thanks again so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.